Welcome to Protecting Africa show. We got brother Jean in the show, and I'm going to be asking you a few questions about the topic I'm covering. But before I go to the main topic I wanted to ask you questions about, you said your name is Jean, right?
Yeah.
Jean is a European name. Are you aware of that?
No, Jean is Jean Ballet.
Is
Jean Ballet.
Jean, so how do you spell it?
Jean Ballet, J-E-A-N. Jean.
J-E-N, right? That's a European name. You're not aware of that?
I'm not aware of that.
But I'm informing you that is a European
No,
name.
you don't have to inform me, my
Because
this is my name, the name that my parents
you know why I'm informing you?
Why?
Because I've seen French people with that name.
Okay.
I've seen Gabonese people with that name. I've seen Congolese people with that name.
Yeah.
It means the origin of the name itself is French or European, if you want, right?
I don't think so.
So what's the, is it African?
No, the origin of the name Jean is normally from the Hebraic.
It's what?
Hebraic.
It's
Hebraic. Do you know
so,
Jesus?
Yeah.
You remember in the Bible they're talking about Jesus.
Okay.
And Jesus got some disciples. You know the disciple of Jesus? Yeah. There was one of them. Normally when you translate, you know the...
But are you aware that the European brought the Bible to Africa?
It's not the European.
Which people brought the Bible to Africa?
I think the Bible is from Israel.
Now I'm saying the people that brought the Bible to Africa.
Definitely it's European.
It's the European.
Yeah.
And are you aware that the time the European brought the Bible to Africa, there was slavery?
No.
Okay, which in your understanding and your knowledge, around which time did the European brought the Bible to Africa?
I think it was in 1800, yeah.
No, to Africa.
To Africa, yeah. Because I remember, because I was...
Okay, let's say to brown Africa or to your part of Africa.
Yeah, in my part of Africa, especially in Cameroon.
In Cameroon.
I remember, yeah, the first missionary...
You say it's how long the Bible has been in Cameroon now?
I can't give you the exact date.
Okay. Now I say how many centuries if you want?
I think 2 centuries.
That's around 200 years.
Yeah.
Because the century is 100 years, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, do you know that 2 centuries ago there was slavery in Cameroon?
No. What's over already?
No. Do you know when did Cameroon get independence or freedom?
It wasn't slavery.
Now I said, do you know when did when did Cameroon get freedom?
1960.
In 1960.
Yeah.
Now 1960 is recently.
Yeah.
It means the time the Bible came, there was oppression in Cameroon.
Oppression, not slavery.
Okay, now you know the people use different words to describe crime. Okay. The fact is what was happening during colonization was slavery under a new name, because Europeans could do to us whatever they want. Nothing will happen to them. So whether you call it slavery, colonization, it was slavery because we had no right. You got the point? Yeah. Because it could kill you, you will never go to jail. Okay. I'm just clarifying that. It could rape you, never go to jail. So it's slavery, it's oppression because there's no right there. You got the point? So we clear that. So do you know that 200 years ago, 2 centuries ago, there was slavery or oppression? Let's say there was oppression.
That's my problem, you see. You understand me? You don't have to borrow me words. You understand? What you call slavery doesn't mean that me too, I have to call it slavery.
We need to come to a common ground, a common understanding.
So the common, me and you, I think the only common understanding that we can have now is the word oppression.
Okay, now you can use the word oppression when I use the word slavery. So we are equal on that, right? Because I tell you that during what you call slavery, Africans, during what you call colonization, Africans were killed mercilessly without any judgment. I've seen pictures in 1904, that's like 100 years, where the British and the Belgium were cutting Africans' hands. I'm going to show you the photo right now on the thing, right? So that you see. So if they are cutting your hands, they are cutting even the hand of children. Is that not slavery? That's brutal oppression. But I'm going to show you the evidence. You're using the word colonization. Colonization is oppression. You understand?
Yeah.
So the Bible arrived here, the time in Cameroon, the time of oppression. Yeah.
No, because let me explain you something. The time when the Bible arrived in Cameroon, you know, there were no white in Cameroon, no white people at all in Cameroon. So the Cameroon was like a new discover for white people. I think the first missionary that came in Cameroon was, I forgot his name, but maybe, you know, Lucian can help me with that. I think it was Alfred Sake. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Alfred Sake was the one, you know. So he came because he found, you know, a new land, and then he discovered the Cameroon. You know, the people was like, they didn't have clothes, they didn't have anything. You understand what I'm telling you? So then he came and then, you know, started to teach people how to talk new language. They brought Bible and stuff like that, you know. The operation came like maybe like 50 or 100 years after that. But okay, when the operation came, you know, yeah, the Bible was already in Cameroon.
Okay. Yeah. For your information,
okay,
yeah, before the French and the British took over Cameroon, Germany was there.
Yeah, you know. And then
for your information,
yeah,
Germans are high. First of all, any boat that had to leave Germany to anywhere outside of Germany in Africa at that time, it had to be sent by the German government.
I know.
And the German government that time was a racist colonialist government. It will not send people to go and help. It will send people to go and hurt and exploit. So therefore, the account of saying the German that came did not come brutally, came, he found people without clothes. That is the racist propaganda Germany and other European countries feed Africans in the history books, what they have written, to give us a perception that they came to serve us.
For your confirmation, then, Alfred Sake was not German, first of all. And then when I told you about Alfred Sake, the first missionary that came in Cameroon, it was before, I'm telling you, it was before even a boat from Europe came to Cameroon.
Okay, where is that guy from? Alfred Sake?
Alfred Sake, I think that guy is from France.
No, the French came to that area after
German. But I'm talking to you about missionary.
No, let me tell you something.
Okay.
You talk about missionary, right?
Let me tell you one example. You know that even the United States was colonized.
Let me tell you. No.
Answer my question.
Yeah, United States was
colonized. But let me tell you something. Yeah. The first European to go to the United States was Christophe Colomb. It was just a discovery. That's why I'm telling you. Alfred Sake like just discovered Cameroon.
Let me tell you something that you must know.
Mm-hmm.
The European government wrote the history we learned at school.
Yeah.
And these are the government that committed unspeakable, gruesome crime on Africans.
Okay.
Enslaving, raping, killing, torturing, abducting millions, taking in other parts of the world.
No, you know what? You know, I won't let you go forward.
Now, I'm saying these are, I just want to conclude.
Yeah.
These are the government that committed it.
Yeah.
Therefore, if I commit the crime and I'm the one writing the history, my victim, children or grandchildren gonna learn, I'm not gonna put myself as a criminal.
Yeah.
Therefore, if we rely on the history the colonizer imposed on us, we're gonna have the picture that these people that enslaved us actually came to help. Because you can't be in one hand hurting people to crime, in one hand helping them. Because crime and help don't go hand in hand. You got the point?
Okay.
Now,
I will stop you because, you know, if we're going forward, we're not going to get anywhere. The only thing that I'm going to tell you, what you're just saying, you have a point, because the people that were oppressing us, you know, they will not write a story that you will learn where they will tell the truth and stuff like that. Yeah. For that, you have a point.
Okay.
But in another fact, you see, we have to if you want to discuss or to talk about, you know, that period, you know, we have to get, you know, some basis somewhere.
Yeah.
And you know, at this time, we didn't have, like, in our culture, people that were writing, you know, what exactly happened.
Okay.
So when we're gonna talk about that, you went there, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So that's mean that, you know, we can't, you know, just
have the all facts.
The all facts.
But
we can just
you're right. But using logic, we can get facts. Let me tell you something. You know when a crime happened in a place.
Yeah.
When the investigating police officer comes, he did not see the crime, but he used investigative technique to trace. Today, I was born in a country that taught me that are better than us, or English are better than us. You understand?
You never told that.
When I was born, they told me that they are better than us. That's why we must speak the languages. That's why we must have the names. That's why they have to dominate us. Okay. But I saw that things were not right. I started asking questions until I investigated, and then I tried to get more clue about what was happening, and just to discover that these people that thought that we've been told that came to help or to civilize us, actually they are the most horrible human beings on the planet. They came to systematically destroy us, and up to today they own us. That's through my investigation that I discovered they have never came to help nobody but to help themselves, and through committing gruesome crime. And even today we are like subhuman in the world. The image of Africans or brown people, the one you call black, is like subhuman because of these people demonization of us. Because when I was growing up, the impression in my brain was like they put in our brain was like we are inferior, we are better. So basically, if we use investigative method, we have to can trace. It's important to talk about history. Why? Because most Africans have the racist perception the Europeans are feeding our brain. And what does that perception make us feel like? It makes us feel like we owe them something. They came to help us, that they civilize us, and we start feeling low. And that is one of the reasons that we have low self-esteem. And we see a lot of Africans fighting to defend Europeans. And we have to correct that so that our people don't feel less, because these people never help us. They came to destroy us, and that's fact. I'm going to show you some of the pictures. You're going to see if that is those horrible crimes can be called civilization.
You know what I'm going to tell you?